So that's what's happening in our society is we're using porn as a substitute for relationships. And that's creating these really strong societal pressures and being driven by. The problem with pornography is that it gives us a slice of what our brain craves. And the problem is once it gives you a slice, once you get that sexual gratification, your emotional connection is not met. You have no bond, you have no feeling of safety, nothing like that. Oftentimes you're filled with like regret and all kinds of guilt and things like that. And so even though you're satisfying that sort of procreative drive, all of the stuff that comes with it stays unsatisfied. And then the real problem is once we satisfy the procreative drive, the motivation to go and get all of those other things disappears. Right? So once I nut, post-nut clarity, I don't need a relationship with anyone else. Right? I'm not willing to sacrifice to deal with this person. So it's kind of like it's sort of like if I fill up your stomach with just unhealthy food, like let's say I just give you straight calories, like some highly processed like hamburger wrapped in donuts or whatever, and drizzled with take your pick of artery clogging stuff. After you eat that, you don't have any fiber, you don't have any micronutrients, but you're not going to crave broccoli.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what's happening in our society is we're using porn as a substitute for relationships. And that's creating these really strong societal pressures and being driven by. So what have you seen happening between men and women right now?
Women, I think, don't need men as
Okay.
much as they used to. And I think this is in part because of this whole sexual revolution and the pill and the feminism and all these things, which has tremendous upsides. I think that women and men are having less sex, they're getting married less. Men's attitude towards women has become a little bit more resentful in certain pockets of the internet. They perceive relationships with the other sex to be disposable more than ever before.
Men view women?
I would say both. And I think in
Okay.
part that's because of dating apps, just the perception of choice.
Okay.
The feeling that if you don't work out, there's another 1,000 people on my phone that I could give a shot to. I think the equation of a relationship, when we think about the investment it takes for it to work and what you get from it, people now perceive the equation not to be worth it.